Hi, I'm Corey Allen.
And I'm Shauna Seaver with another edition of Mid-State News. Increasing numbers of those infected with the AIDS virus has brought more attention to what state governments are doing about this national epidemic. The AIDS and Civil Liberties Project of Illinois is an organization that challenges discrimination against HIV and AIDS victims on a state level. It protects those who have been denied jobs, housing, educational opportunities, medical care, access to public facilities, and privacy rights because of their illness. You can become a member of ACLU, along with the more than 250,000 Americans that are already members, for as little as $10. For more information, you can contact ACLU's website at aclu.il.gov.
If you've recently dived into the web lately, you might be interested in a recent survey released by the United States government. Almost 80% of internet users are people between the ages of 25 to 54, while only 7% of users have less than a high school education, and about half the users now have had connection for about a year. This study was enacted by the Internet Caucus, which delivers freedom of information on the internet.
After retirement, some people decide to explore their interests through other mediums. One Central Illinois man shows us that with a little lift, any dream can come true. Ryan Orr reports.
It's been said that the only difference between men and boys is the size of their toys. But for one local Peorian, his hobby has proved that size isn't everything.
Well, I've been interested in static models for years, and after the Second World War, I got my first monogram Speedybilt model. I put it together. Of course, I just hung it. It was rubber band powered, and I flew them. And later in the 50s, I discovered radio control, and I thought that would be a pretty neat thing to get into, and I've been in it ever since.
For the past 30 years, John Montz has been taking scraps like these and turning them into models like these.
Well, flying is just 10% of the hobby to me. 90% is building them. In the summertime, I do fly a lot, but mostly in the wintertime, I build. And that's the kick I get, to able to take a kit or stack of balsa wood and, well, what we call scratch building, get a set of plans, cutting your own kit out and to build this airplane. And the thrill of it all is seeing how it flies.
Reporting from Mid-State Magazine, I'm Ryan Orr.
Bringing new ideas and diversity to Central Illinois has always been a continuous struggle for new businesses. However, one local artist has succeeded in opening an art gallery that specializes in bringing African art to Central Illinois. Darcy Anderson brings us this special report.
It took one man's dream, one man's determination, and one man's imagination to bring a world of African American art and culture to Peoria.
And I decided to open my own gallery, and then thus I could decide what I wanted to put in here, and my art would certainly have been one of those pieces.
Jonathan Romaine wants his art to reach beyond Peoria's culture. He wants to make a difference in kids' lives.
With art, what I can do is open their minds, broaden their horizons, because art has traditionally been used as windows throughout history. And in understanding and studying different artists in different periods of time, you can see things that you wouldn't normally see in your community.
He hopes to get kids painting as soon as possible, but needs the help of local businesses to get the process started.
We're in the process of starting them now. I've sent proposals to different agencies and organizations to gain their support in the pursuit of this endeavor. So I'm hoping to have the first class launched within the next 3 to 4 months.
Romaine has seen great response from the community and is happy to have found a home for his art in Peoria. Darcy Anderson, Mid-State News.
Just days before teams reported to spring training, a baseball legend passed away. Hall of Famer Harry Caray died on February 18th. All baseball fans were sad about Harry's best friend. Pete Vanaken was devastated. Mid-State sports reporter Josh Simon had the chance to talk with Pete and Harry's widow, Dutchie, about the response to Harry's death and their appearances.
You know, everybody knew that Harry was popular with the fans. But when you see that Chicago, I was in Chicago the whole week of the funeral, and just the city, every place you went, it was Harry Caray, every news broadcast, signs on the light posts, billboards that were painted, "We'll miss you, Harry." And then the business at his restaurant was up 160%. everybody wanted to go, and their sale on, everybody wanted to go to the restaurant to see what was going on, and now they've started a tradition there at 7:30 every night. They sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and I think that'll continue.
Knowing how much Harry was loved by all the people in this whole country, even in around the world. I've gotten mail from other countries even. It's just an amazing thing to me that he was so very popular. I didn't realize at the time how popular he really was. I think he'd be very, very happy about it. I mean, who wouldn't be? This is just an outpouring that not everyone gets in their lifetime.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
It was a hard thing for me to do because I can't sing. If I could sing, it probably wouldn't have been so hard, but I really thought about it for 2 weeks, and I just, oh God, I just prayed that it would soon be Saturday so that that Friday would be over. So, and the people, they just screamed and yelled, and they took over, so it was a lot of help.
It's an overwhelming experience when you have that mic in your hand. You look down, there were 21,000 people that day there. That's a lot of people, and you know, you just have to get over your nervousness. And fortunately, you don't have to say much. 1 or 2 lines is all you need to say, and I had pretty much in mind what I wanted to say. And but when I got in the singing part, that's where the disaster was, because I'm not much of a singer, to say the least. Let's make Harry good and proud and sing it good and loud. Are you ready, Gary? World's greatest organist in the key of Z. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. I don't care if we ever get back to root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame for it. Down at the old ball game. Hey!
This has been another edition of Mid-State News. I'm Shauna Seaver.
And I'm Corey Allen. Mark, Megan,